Thank you so much. I think this is a very important question being asked. But before I speak to the leaders, let me speak to the African human. And let me say that we as African people, we need to be united, but also we need to celebrate the diversity we have. So being from different tribes, from different ethnic groups, from different religious backgrounds, from different religious background, from different ethnics, and all this diversity, even linguistic background, should not be a reason for us to be divided. It should be a good reason for us to be united. Why? Because we can learn from each other. We can benefit from the skills that are available within this diversity. And that way, we can then build a continent that is united, but that is rich also and peaceful. But if the aim that we have in the back of our head, that are better than you, and you are better than her or better than his, this competition will take us nowhere but to more conflicts and more wars. And you can imagine in every war that took place in Africa or will be taking place in Africa, God forbid, how many souls will be lost. And that is why I always go around Africa and speak to the African youth and say, you know what? Think of it this way. If your mom forced you to eat injera and nashiru every day for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, 3 meals a day, but the same thing, maybe others will not know shiru. Let's say beans, so everybody knows beans. How can your life be if you are eating beans every day for your entire life? But if you are eating something today and tomorrow something different, then you will enjoy life and you will be even healthier. So that is the diversity that we need to be proud of and to be happy with. That today you are speaking to someone in this language, you are learning these new skills, new way of cooking, new way of living life. And diversity must be the platform for our unity. This is number one. Number two, Africa has gone through so many courses of affairs, starting from slavery, colonialism, apartheid in South Africa, eritrea in Ethiopia, genocide in Rwanda. But I believe the outcome is the same. That if we are not united, then we will be falling apart. So the time has come for Africa to be united. That is why the African Union is currently very busy promoting two very important instruments. The treaty number one is the African passport. That we want all the African citizens by the year 2030 to have an African passport. The African passport will not have your citizenship. It will call you a citizen of Africa. And with that, you can move around the continent freely. Then reside, establish a new life, get married, settle anywhere you want in Africa. Instead of trying to cross to Europe and die in the desert or drown in the Mediterranean Sea. We're also very busy promoting another treaty, which is called the free movement of goods and the free movement of persons. That anything made in Ethiopia can move freely to Kenya without any VAT, without any customs. Anything made in Kenya could come here, could go to Sudan, to Egypt, also the same. Why? Because this extra trade will make us richer as African people. It will create more jobs. It will create more opportunities for employment. And in fact, it will lead our youth to settle and not to think of leaving the continent. Unfortunately, we are losing youth every single day. As we speak today, there might be someone drowning in the Mediterranean calling for help, but there is no one to help. My last point is addressing our leaders. I think the time asked for us and for our leaders to lead this Pan-Africanist movement towards its goals and objectives that were set by our founding mothers and fathers. To see an Africa that is united, an Africa that is peaceful. And the only way for us to see an Africa that is peaceful, united, and prosperous is through the eyes of our leaders. When they realize the fact that being nationalistic within a nation boundaries will not really help much as we are speaking about an African nation and an African continent. So it is quite important for us to seize the momentum today so we can begin building a better future as we proceed with the implementation of Agenda 2063, the blueprint for building the Africa we want, which was adopted by all heads of state and government. This will be my simple ask. Thank you.